An MSA provides a framework or a backdrop for two businesses to do business and have many deals, kind of on a rolling basis. So it's setting a baseline, and then as jobs change, depending on what's needed, depending on if you're at different tracks, different well sites, or anything, it allows you to make the subtle changes that you need to for as the job changes without having to renegotiate starting soup to nuts on the whole deal. You've already got the backdrop with this set of terms that's always going to be the framework, and then it's just kind of tweaking the 5 points of it specific to various jobs.
Mm. And how often are these updated in general? I mean, obviously it varies partnership to partnership, but how often should they be updated?
Well, fair enough. It, Sure. If your businesses change, a lot of times, companies will change operating, and there'd be different divisions and different arms. You certainly want to make sure that you have an MSA with the right entity, and the other entity that you're dealing with, if that changes. I mean, practically, every 3 to 5 years, because you'll want to change different things. Interest rates may change, or you may decide that hey, we initially agreed to 45 days for payment, and that doesn't really work for our business, and we need to change it to 30. And so, and that may be across the board. You certainly can do it with any individual entity, but you may need to make some business decisions that need to change with that. The laws are always changing, cases are always coming out to interpret these things and everything, and you don't want to have old inapplicable language that you're trying to come up with, or things that if the court says, by the way, this doesn't mean what you think it means, well, that's a real good time to start looking at it and making those changes. And then, of course, one of the things that we recommend in your MSA is that you put a term in there. Look, you can put the term for 10 years if you want to. And certainly you would want to take a look at them before it expires, or shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I mean, what we tend to see in the land space, as land brokers is um, about half of them are 3 to 5 year terms. The other half are so long as services are being provided. And that's the ones that'll get you. That's how they come to us. You don't want a perpetual agreement, right? Uh, because oftentimes as a service provider, you're bound by certain obligations, confidentiality, audit, access. All those things are parts of those things that when you sign off, you're agreeing to abide by them. So if you work for a client for a year and don't work for them for 10 years, but you still have a service agreement that has all those binding, restrictions or conditions, those things you don't want that lingering over you. Some of our clients modify them yearly. Others, it's a 3 to 5 year cycle, and some of them they're perpetual. So that's where all that termination language, all the kind of the things that linger, you want to really make sure you have a term on those lingering things if you can help it.